So let's create an anti-bullying video. Go to the make a video button. Let's get rid of this kind of template section and rename this. Then I'm going to look for my first scene. I'm going to look for some video footage. There we go. We put that in there. And then what am I going to do for each of my scenes? Well, I'm going to look for keywords. Walking away for the first, trusted adult for the second, and listen to the person for the third. So I can go to add a scene and then put my keywords in here. So friends walking. You always get plenty of choices. There's loads in here, especially for generic things like this. So scroll through. Next one, I'm going to add a scene. I'm going to look for teacher here. That one looks great. And then add another scene. And this one, now it's going to be friends chatting. Okay, perfect. Got my scenes in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the start with my playhead. I'm going to go to text, add some text. There we go. And then type in what I want. So it's going to be anti-bullying video. Then I'm going to change the font, and I'm going to change the color as well, just by using this panel down the left-hand side. It gives you a little preview of what it's going to look like. I think that one will look great. And then I want to change the color on it. Let's put it into the middle. Use that pink line to show that it's going to be aligned, and then drag it out each side. There we go. So it's nice and centered. Just check again. And then change your fill color, maybe like a yellow, something like that. That'd be great. Next up, it's time to add some voiceover. So let's make sure our first scene is long enough to cope with our voiceover. So just stretch it out so you've got plenty of time before that video maybe cuts out, for example. Then go to media on the left hand side, go to audio, and go to record voiceover. Make sure the input microphone is the one you need, and off we go.
Hey, welcome to Anti-Bullying Week, and here's a video on how to help someone you think is being bullied.
That goes in there, which is perfect, and then you can trim your scene back just to go slightly after where your voiceover finishes, and then move the playhead to the next scene, and you're going to do exactly the same thing now. So one tip is you can highlight the words that you want to say. You can then go to text on the left hand side, add your text, paste it in here, change it to a fill color, which is going to mean that it's readable. Let's change this to white by going all the way up to the top of that one. There we go. Then you can read it on screen and afterwards delete it. So let's go over to media again, record voiceover, off we go.
If you witness bullying, take action if it's safe. Support the person being bullied by walking away with them.
So I'm just speeding up this section now because I'm going to repeat the actions of trimming that clip back so it's just past the voiceover. And then with the text that you put on screen, all you're looking to do is like a summary sentence. So you can take out the bits you don't need. And then I'm going to make sure it's centered again. And then I think I'll change things like the color, like the fill color, something like that. If you need to put an outline on, put an outline on. It's totally up to you. I'm just going to put a white outline on mine to make it stand out. And then again, it's going to go to the next scene with the playhead. There we go. Find out what text you need to put in there. Paste it in so that you can read it on the screen. Change the color if you need to, and then record your voiceover again.
Tell the person being bullied you will go with them to a trusted adult. Let them know you will back them up.
Again, once it's in, trim your scene back, put your playhead, then go and adjust your text so it's just one key sentence. You don't need to put all the text on the screen. This one, I think it needs to stand out with a much more vibrant color. That one's great. It doesn't necessarily need an outline on that if you don't want to. And then it's go to the next scene and do exactly the same again. Go and get the text you want to say on your scene, paste it in there, then record your voiceover by going to media.
A person who is being bullied may need someone to talk to. You can listen to the person and offer support.
Trim that scene back again, adjust your text so it's just a one sort of short summary of that. So listen to the person. And then start sort of sizing that up so it fits in the center of your page. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. That's totally up to you. Now that those voiceovers are done, I'm going to go back to my first scene and duplicate it so that the introduction and the outro are exactly the same, and record a new voiceover.
And there you go, 3 top tips on how to support someone who you think is being.
Now that that's done, I'm just going in, just adjusting some of these bits of text. I made this into a dynamic layout. I thought it would be better to sit down the side there like that. Just make sure it's centered and then put a white outline on. And also now I'm going to go back into each scene and select each piece of text and choose an animation for each one as well. That just makes it look a little bit more professional, gives it a bit more interest for the viewer. I would say that it's good to go with a kind of mix of different types of animation, but that again, that's completely up to you. I'm using a mix of kind of fades and rises and bounces and things like that. But you know, you can choose whichever way you like. Once you've done all that, I'm going to go for putting a transition between scenes. So I go to add transition. I like dissolve. You should also press apply to all scenes, which is down the bottom here. I forgot to do that. And then you can go to media and add a soundtrack to your work. I'm searching for lo-fi, always gives me good options. And you can have a little play of whichever one you like. When you've got the one you want, actually click the name or the text within that, and then it will apply it to your whole video. But the thing that you need to really take care of here is if you play the video now, it's not bad, but the music's quite loud compared to my voiceover. I normally bring it down to about 15-20%. That's much better. The balance is much better.
If you witness bullying, take action.
You always want to make sure your voiceover is louder. Now that that's done, you can go to download up here. 720 in terms of video resolution is enough. Then click share if you want to. Google Classrooms, Microsoft Teams is there. Create a view only link, and then you can share this video with whoever you like.